Hey guys, welcome to Dynamic Design. I am so excited to be here. We're going on a quick field trip before we get started, getting all the decorations up and getting ready to turn our summer kitchen into a fall kitchen. So right over my shoulder, I'm going to take you right in here and we're going to show you all the steals and deals that we can get right here at Hobby Lobby. Guys, these are the most perfect things that you can get to do fill. So if you have a bunch of things and you've got some spaces in between the things that you're wanting to pull together, these are great things for you to stick in and create a fill look to make it look full. This is a fantastic idea. Welcome back to Dynamic Design. So excited that you are still hanging in there with us as we build this beautiful pumpkin patch. We just got done with Hobby Lobby and we showed you some of the great things and purchases that we've made at that store. And this is our collection. So now that we're back in the house and we're here, I'm so excited to be kind of going through in detail of how we're going to pull together our pumpkin patch. So as you see here, we've got different colors, different textures. We've got like all solid green. So your pumpkins don't always have to match completely. Over here is one of my favorites because we've got this ombre. So you can kind of see how it goes orange into green. Out in nature, it would absolutely be like that. So we're still going for that organic feel and that organic look in our pumpkin patch display. So we want those different textures. Nothing has to be perfect. Actually, the more imperfect that this display is, the prettier it'll be. I promise you, just hang in there with me. So as you see, we've got different sizes. Our stems are all a little bit different. So you can see we've got different sizes. We also have these picks. So I love fall picks because they have a lot of fill inside them. So as you see right here, there's a lot of pumpkin space, but when you add a little bit of foliage here and fill in some of those gaps, it really does look organic. We also have like things like this where we have these cute little leaves, because you would see out in a pumpkin patch, especially if there were trees around, you would see little leaves falling around the pumpkin patch. So we want to bring those elements and those textures in here. So as you see, you just stick this right in here and you can have just this absolutely beautiful place of fill that will just really highlight your pumpkins. Speaking of which, the fill's really going to help with the pumpkins, but we also need a focal point. So when we talk about a focal point, what I absolutely love to use is a bale of hay. So I get a baby bale of hay, which you saw previously at Hobby Lobby, and we stick that up there and we build all of this around our pumpkin patch around the bale of hay. So it's so cute. You want that focal point. Tanya and I also have this really cute sign that says, "Welcome to our pumpkin patch." So it's so precious. Can't wait for you guys to see that. Whatever you guys like to do, your sign may say, "Hey y'all, it's fall." So wherever you're at in the country, whatever you love, having that focal point when you come in is really good. The goal of pulling all of this together is making sure that we have like an immersive experience for our guests that are coming in for all of our fall parties and football games and stuff. So we want them to have this immersive experience of actually when they go out to the kitchen to get a meatball, they're going to see this fall decor and they're going to fall in love, right? So that's the whole goal, is this immersive experience. So the other thing, after we've gotten our focal point and we've built all this around them, the other thing is it's important to make sure that we have lighting. So what Tanya and I like to do is we like to create this atmosphere of like a sunset. There's nothing prettier than a fall day and the sun is setting and you go out, the leaves are falling, you've got all these beautiful colors as you take your walks in the evenings or your evening events. And that's what we're trying to create here. So when you come out to my kitchen, we've got LED lighting that's already on top of the cabinets, which I'll show you guys here in just a little bit. And then we'll build all of this and the hay bale all the way around the lighting. What I want you to do is feel like the sun is setting on all this pumpkin patch. So super excited about that. The other thing to add to that last element of senses is your candle. So my suggestion is when you have guests over and when you have your company come over, your friends and family for football or whatever you guys are hosting for the fall, it's so important to have like a candle that has apple or cinnamon apples or pumpkin spice. As they're coming in, not only are they seeing the display, not only are they seeing your fall decor, but they're actually being immersed with their smell sense as well. And so when you pull all that together, you're going to have a dynamic design. And that design is going to be our pumpkin patch. So let's run over to the kitchen and let's get started on this design.
Hello, I'm Roger, and I'm here to guide you through a fascinating educational journey with our Constitution. Have you ever wanted to truly understand the United States Constitution, the foundation of our nation's laws and our society? Well, now is a good chance. Let's take a step back in time to September 17, 1787, when the Constitution was signed by our founding fathers in Philadelphia, replacing the documents that formed the original Confederation of States. This historic document has shaped our country for over 200 years, and it's a good time to delve into its intricacies like never before. Join me as we break down each article and section of the Constitution, unraveling its meaning and significance. From the preamble to the Bill of Rights, the landmark cases before the court, we will explore the original texts and court decisions, providing insights and explanations to help you grasp its importance in our society. Stay tuned for an immersive experience that will deepen your understanding of the Constitution and its impact on our nation. Join me, Roger, as we unravel the threads of history and law woven into this remarkable document.
And we finally made it to the kitchen, where I know all of you guys are excited that we finally ended up, because this is the big moment where we put the pumpkin patch together. So as you see across the kitchen, we have grouped everything together. So we've grouped medium, we've grouped large, we've grouped small, and then all of our fill over here. And then of course, you know, our focal point, we've got our bale of hay that we're getting ready to pull together. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put this up at the top, and then we're going to start putting all the big pumpkins around it. The thing that I want to call out first of all is that we're going to use elements like these and some of these candles to kind of make a grouping and kind of put within, so it looks like it's an outdoor organic pumpkin patch. And so things like this is another perfect thing. As you see, we do not clean this because it would be outside in the elements anyway. So we kind of like that rustic look. So we are getting ready to open up the bale of hay. Okay, we got the bale of hay up there. It does make a little bit of a mess, but we cleaned it up and I think we're ready to roll. So as you see, I've decided to center it over the cabinets here with the microwave, because I think that is just a really nice visual, and it goes all the way up. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to pull together these little pumpkins, and we're going to start with our biggest and then work our way in. So the first thing I'm going to do is get up here on my ladder, and I'm just going to set these up here for now as our biggest pumpkins. And it's okay if they're not straight. And it's certainly okay if they kind of have this look where they're kind of off-centered or they're tilted up. We want that look to happen because out in nature, that's exactly how it would be. Guys, this is so exciting. It's coming together along just fine. We're going to add some of these rustic pieces that we talked about earlier. So we're going to add this one and we're going to add this one. So I'm just going to put it up right here next to the bale of straw here. Keeping in mind that I want to make sure my lighting is in a place where I can, where you can see the lights on the bottom of the pumpkin. Remember, we're still trying to go for these LED lights. We're still trying to go for this look of a sunset. So really excited about that. And then these candles we got at Costco. And so they come with a battery. And so you can turn them on and off very easily and it'll go right through the glass. So as you are kind of pulling this together, get these closer together, we'll fill in all of this and it'll start to look really cool here in just a little bit. Okay, you guys, it's coming together. It's one step at a time. So we've got these beautiful crates that we're going to kind of do kind of like an organic setting up here right next to this bigger pumpkin. So what I'm going to do is we're going to move this little guy over just a little bit, and then we're going to set this guy up right here. Actually, I'm going to move him down. We'll set him there like that. And then we're going to put that kind of in a catty corner. So it does not have to be straight. So this one's on a little bit of an angle. We're going to nestle this one right up next to that, and then we'll set the other one straight up. So as you guys are looking, I want you guys to see how I've got different heights. So when you're doing this pumpkin patch and you're doing something, it's got to be eye appealing. When you're doing something like this, you need to have the different heights all the way across. So you can kind of see how we're playing with all the different shapes and heights all the way across the cabinets. Okay, you guys, this is the last rustic piece that we're adding for right now. So you can see this beautiful candle. We're going to stick it right up here into this little place. I moved the lighting around so we can have some really good lighting. And then we're going to just put it at that corner. So this is going to kind of show like when it's a little bit darker and we don't have all the TV lights in here, that you're going to be able to see this as a shadow on the back wall, and it'll make this beautiful shadow, and you'll be able to see the definition of this cage. So that's going to be perfect. It's all starting to come together. Okay, guys, so here just for a second, I've rearranged some things here. During the creative process, it's okay to pull things back off and put it back on, but I kind of want to go through those details with you real quick. So right up here, we had that pumpkin and that pumpkin. We had this one still down on the ground, so I wanted to make sure we pulled this one up, but you can kind of see we made like a little triangle, plus we've got the height going on. Remember, each section, you're going to want all the height to be kind of staggered all the way through. So up here, what I decided to do to get my height really to be a contrast to the straw here is that I wanted to make sure we added a third pumpkin here. So we added this guy over here. Over here, you can kind of see we've added a few other pumpkins, and this one is just kind of nestled between this and the hay. What we'll do to make it look natural is when we start to fill in all the little pumpkins and stuff, you will not be able to see this, and it'll look like they're all stacked on top of each other. So this will be really good. It's starting to come along, but I love to make sure that the stems are all pointing out, looking at that. So, and the other thing is they're nestled in with each other. So I'm kind of building it kind of like building blocks. So it's really easy. The pumpkins cooperate very well, and they're light, so it makes everything easy. All right, guys, as I'm pulling this together, you can kind of see we've added just a few more elements. And so with this is something really unique. I needed some height for this. The pumpkins that we have are a little big, and I'm going to be able to fill in everything underneath this with the smaller pumpkins. So something like this is going to be perfect for down here. A few of these stacked right here. It's going to look so cute. Maybe a couple right up there. So what we've done here is we've added this little bit of height so you can see the candle and the little rustic piece. Again, we're starting to see that definition of the ups and the downs and the spikes in the visual design. So over here, we've added some more pumpkins, and I'm just kind of playing around with colors. And over here, we've got some of these beautiful things right here, and they're all stacked. And then it just kind of looks like it just flows up and down. That's exactly the look that we're going for. All right, guys, so I'm going to start taking these smaller pumpkins, and we're going to start filling in some of these little spots here that we need to fill up. And so I'm just going to use different colors, different textures. We're going to add this over here, add a couple of right there. And it's okay to be creative and just kind of place these anywhere that you want them to be placed at. So again, the most important thing is that you're happy with it. And sometimes you just got to play around with them, and they'll eventually stick and stay exactly where you want them to stick and stay at. They're so cute. I just love these little pumpkins. The creative process is never an easy one. So as we're filling these spaces up, these are great places to start seeing, you know, what holes do you have? What can you fix? what looks natural, what looks good. And so as I'm just walking through here, I'm just looking to see where I can put some of these little smaller pumpkins at. And then we've got some of these bigger white pumpkins. Don't forget over here, we've got all these spaces over here that need to be filled up. So as you see, things are starting to come along. All right, guys, as you see, we've kind of thrown all the pumpkins up there. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. So what we're really excited about is now adding some of these picks. So we're just going to start throwing some of these picks in where we see lights, where we see things that we would like to cover and hide. So we just start throwing things in there, but you can still see the light. It still adds an element of natural colors. Look at this, y'all. This is so sweet. So pretty. And so we've just got these little bushels, and I like to refer to these as filler. We just have these little bushels of happiness, just filling in all these little spots. And it's starting to look natural. All right, guys, look at what we've done now. So we've added the picks from the fall picks, and we've now put them in our pumpkin design. I am so excited about how this is looking. We're going to flip off the television lights, and we're going to look at the lighting to make sure the lighting is okay. We may have to do some adjustments, but let's take a look at that real quick. You guys, it has been so much fun coming into your home, sharing a little bit of our home right here on Dynamic Design with Brian. I am so happy that we got to do this. This actually turned out so pretty. I am happy with the results. I hope you guys are too, and if not, I hope I've inspired you just a little bit to make sure all your fall magical times are perfect with this immersive experience of the pumpkin patch. Until next time, right here on Dynamic Design, we'll see you real soon.